I'm going to cover differences between day game and night game today. And many of you might not really understand this, but day game and night game are two different things. You should have different different goals in mind when doing them. Day game has a lot of different from night game. And basically when you do day game, you should keep a few things in mind that you shouldn't be keeping in mind during night game. And one of those things is that in day game you are not just gaming during the day, but you are going to have a lot less flake rate than when you're going out at night. And for you to get better at that, you need to focus on a few things that are pretty important. And one of those things is when starting out, you should just be focused on getting numbers and working on your conversation skills so that those numbers will be less likely to flake. And once you feel like you're at a comfortable level that those numbers aren't flaking, then you can start working towards incidents. And from incidents you can start working towards same night lays, or same day lays, but you should never be trying to move too fast. You gotta understand this is just like working out, and when you work out, a muscle will gradually grow. It doesn't grow all in one period, you know. Even if you're doing if you're juicing and you're on roids, you still gotta work at it, and it grows over time. And that's kind of how pickup is. So starting out, you should first start out with day game, like I've mentioned before in other videos. And when you're doing day game, you should focus on getting numbers. Once you've gotten the numbers, and you feel like you're getting a lot of success with the numbers, and you can bump it up a notch and start working for incidents. Once you feel like you got the incidents down, then you can move on to night game. Night game, it has a couple different things that you need to keep in mind that day game doesn't. For one, night game is you're going to get a lot more flakes. Every once in a while you will find a girl that is completely into you, but it's a lot less likely than doing day game. So the idea during night game is not to just get numbers. The idea is to find a two set if you're with a wingman, that you both are, satisfied with the girls of the two set. Don't fuck your wingman over and get him like the ugly girl. It's important that you find a set with two fairly attractive women that you're both attracted to evenly or equally. And when this happens, when you finally found that set, you should be focusing on changing and taking them to another location to establish that trust. Once you get to that other location, you can take advantage of that. Sometimes there's clubs in your city where you can't get in unless you're either on the guest list or you got girls. So you can, once you get those girls, you get good at getting girls to come to these, to change to these venues, then you can capitalize on that and get into higher end clubs. And that's always a nice trade-off. So, okay, moving on to after you've gotten to the club. Once you've gotten your two set and you're in the club, your next goal should be to, find a place where you can sit, a comfortable spot, maybe a couch, where both you can sit, that isn't around a bunch of people, and this is basically the isolation phase. Once you're isolated, you should start working on the kino if you weren't already. Getting her comfortable kissing, for one, touching more intimately. I don't want to get into detail because this is YouTube. But once you've jumped that hurdle, gotten over that, then you can start talking about moving on to the after party, or the after party. You might hear this in some RSD videos. And the best place for an after party is, if you don't have your own place, to find a wingman that does have his own place, and to make sure he has alcohol back at his place. And once you find these girls that are okay with you making out, okay with you fooling around a little on the dance floor, grabbing whatever, then it's safe to suggest going back to the after party. Or if you want, you can just tell them, oh, we're going to another club that's better than this. We're meeting my friends that are there, and we're going to just, and then you can, when you're in the cab already, you can be like, we're going to stop at my place first because I left some money there and I want to get some more money so I can pay the cover or whatever. And then bam, you're in your friend's place or your place and having a good time. Pour a couple of drinks, and after a couple of drinks, you'll completely forget about the fact that you were going to meet up your friends. And everybody's having a good time. Then bam, mission accomplished. Yeah, you haven't screwed them yet, but you've accomplished your first pull. And that should be your objective for night game. So anyway, to summarize, day game you should be focused on numbers, then insta dates. And once you've gotten good at that, you can move on to night game. And then your objective for night game is find a 2-set, move the 2-set, isolate the 2-set, and then move the 2-set back to your friend's place or your place, or pool. So for night game, let's start that over again. Night game, your goal is find a 2-set, move the 2-set, isolate the 2-set, and pull the 2-set. So there's 1, find 2-set, move 2-set, isolate 2-set, pull 2-set. So there's basically 4 steps in that game. And once you get used to that, it's a lot easier. Girls that go out on the weekends at night, they're looking for something. They're not like girls that you meet in day game. They're looking to have fun, and they're going to be a lot open to having an adventure, or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, that's what I got for tonight. PUA Redsky. Good luck.